So, and I have another follow-up question. I think you mentioned the feedback. Of course, when things come like the work-life balance, relationship, in the workplace, especially nowadays, the whole industry, any industry you go, is very diverse. Specifically, we are speaking about the IT industry, software development area. It's the most powerful and number one area in the world. Means the all company, they actually give the value software development team, means we are. So feedback, taking things personally, get defensive on feedback, not listening on the feedback because you're taking things light. Why you should do this? Should you do this, or why you should do this?
You should definitely not do this. If anything, let me tell you, I have seen real life employees get fired because of this kind of attitude. Right in front of me, I did. And there were people who were very, very smart, very experienced. Some of them worked at big companies like Meta or Google, but because they had the wrong attitude, because they were arrogant, that was a big one, arrogant, not willing to hear others' opinions or feedback. They only trust their way of doing things. They couldn't keep their job. And I've overheard managers talk because they would discuss, and the higher ups would discuss in the sync up calls, like my manager and some other managers, like, oh gosh, that person was wicked smart, but that attitude, oh no, cannot work with that. No one, so you could be very brilliant, but if you're someone who takes things too personally, who is very defensive and doesn't take constructive criticism or feedback, someone who's not willing to hear others out, someone who doesn't respect other people's ideas and only wants to do things your way and think, no, my idea is right, my method of doing this task is right, then you're in trouble. No matter how skilled and amazing and brilliant you are, people will not want that, because the reality of work is you have to take in everyone's um, opinions. You have to take in everyone's ways of doing things. And there are certain systems set in the company, and you have to be consistent with it. Just because you think, oh, this is too much work or inconvenient, or you can say, oh, I can do this quicker in an easier way, and you do not respect the company's policies and ways of doing things, you're going to be in trouble. You have to, this goes hand in hand with keeping a positive attitude and mindset all the time. Don't take things personally. Sometimes people will say things, don't read too deeply into it, don't take things personally, don't get defensive on feedback, take everything positively with a smile on your face. That really matters. And definitely don't be arrogant. Don't be arrogant. I have seen people get fired. I've heard other seniors complain about people who are too arrogant, no matter how smart you are. They even said, gosh, I would rather take someone who knows nothing but has a better attitude than someone he's very smart, but he is so arrogant. He doesn't want to compromise with others, doesn't want to comply with other team members. We cannot work with someone like that. So please, attitude is just that important. You could be a Meta engineer, you could be a Facebook engineer, but if you're this arrogant, if your attitude is off, you'll still not keep your job.
That is true. The company really doesn't care, because company is not one man show. It is the 10 people to the 1 million people. That's the company is. So it's the basic. It is really, really important. Well, thank you so much. So